What's up, everybody? It's Friday. Welcome to the Nerd Den.
Have I told you how much I hate those 30-second countdowns? It's taking away from my time, damn it. That's
Welcome
30
back,
seconds
Andrew.
of me talking, damn it.
Welcome back, sir. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
What does it take to get you to go back?
Go back.
We've got Zach, we've got Avery, we've got Rommel, and we've got Andrew. Dusty's recovering. He's been sick for the last couple of days. He is feeling better. I forced him to work a little today, and then he told me to screw off.
Do you remember when he used to waste like 5 minutes of the show going around introducing everybody? Now it's boom, 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 boom. Let's get on with the show.
I'm learning from you, Mr. 5,000 subs on your scam channel.
That's right. Almost there.
Yeah. Almost there. Nice. That's fantastic, actually.
Yeah,
it's slow, steady growth.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But I'm thinking I want to do something. I'm not sure if I want to start a subscription or something like that. But I gotta offer something new, you know? Mm-hmm. The OnlyFans is already going, man. The OnlyFans is more popular than this. People love seeing this tummy all naked.
Oh, God. It's going to be a long night.
Rommel, was here.
Rommel, I do got to say, though, man, I'm going to turn the camera to Rommel for a second. I got to say, I actually like the beard on you, bro. Like,
I get a lot of compliments. There's an intent behind it. My job is throwing this.
Thigh rash?
No.
Hide the herpes, right?
Oh, God. Yeah. Dusty, where are you?
My job is throwing a formal ball, and it's part of the what I'm presenting this year. No questions.
I dig it, man. My beard never comes in. Like, I've never been able to grow like a really good beard, and so I'm always jealous of people with like who can actually like pull one off. So it's good. It looks good on you, bro.
Really nicely.
Yeah. This is me not shaving for a couple days. It just like doesn't look there. Carrot says it's the weekend game of guess what show Rommel is. It's the weekend game of guess what show Rommel is watching tonight.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
It is now.
Yeah, okay.
What is it? What do you got on there?
Since this is like an 80s channel, because well, if anybody knows, I'm crazy about the 80s. I just love the 80s. But speaking of 80s, anybody get the reference?
We can't see it because
it's not on the screen anymore.
You got to take off. You got to unhide the comment.
Oh, I got to unhide it. Hold on, my bad. Why, Gary? Why? No, I don't know that reference. I know. It sounds familiar. It sounds familiar, but I can't place it.
Avery should know this.
It's not coming to mind right now. The only thing going through my brain 80s is I just watched Red Dawn again the other night.
Oh God, why are you watching a documentary?
Exactly. It's all the Kalashnikovs. I have a fetish.
Well, yeah.
Anybody in the comments?
Does anybody? Miles, what's up, Miles? Miles says, "Yo, nerds, glad I didn't miss the WTF moment." Oh, there's going to be a few tonight because Dusty's not here. What's up, Galaxy? How are you? She says, "Happy Friday, AF." Galaxy, do you know what the hell Rommel's talking about? Why, Gary? Why?
It does sound familiar.
Carrots doesn't know. He says, "I definitely don't know it." It sounds really familiar, and I'm trying to place it. I should know this.
Is it like a weird science reference?
No.
Okay. For some reason, though, weird science is what was in my brain too.
Yeah.
The whiny guy going, "Why, Gary? Why?"
Oh yeah.
No, this was an actual event that was caught on camera.
Oh.
Got it.
Yeah. The dad at the airport that caught the guy. Pop.
Yeah.
The karate instructor molested his kid when they were extraditing, bringing him back. The father was at a payphone and just turned around and popped.
Oh, okay.
Why, Gary? Why?
Yeah. I'm like, what the F you mean, why?
What exactly? Hero dad.
Yeah.
What needed to be
Yeah,
done.
that was going. I saw that recently. I'd never seen it before. The only reason I saw it is because someone reposted it on Twitter for Father's Day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
it's wonderful.
It's the ultimate Father's Day. Well, the ultimate out of court settlement.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. Anyway, hey, Zach, how are you? Zach's muted.
Sorry, I'm styling. Sorry about that.
No worries. I hear you did like a book launch.
No, I did a Substack launch.
Substack.
If you look at the URL on my profile, that's the website. It's just a short version. I spent about 13 years working on this novel. On and off. Worked on other stuff as well, but 13 years on and off this thing. I finally got it finished this year. And I thought, you know what? Instead of just throwing it out there, into the world, into the self-publishing pond, and watching it sink like a stone, and me not making any money or getting any readers, which is yes. Now you can see my priorities. I figured I really seriously the way they used to do back in the 19th century. A lot of the really great novels like Dickens, like Three Musketeers, all that. Well, they all began as serial publications in newspapers and magazines, like one chapter a week or one chapter a month or whatever. So what I did was, I started releasing it. Well, I sent out the first 2 posts this week. The first 3 posts are going to be free. So the next one goes out. So the next one goes out next Monday, and there'll be new chapters posted every Monday after that. Excuse me.
Bless you.
And so first 2 chapters went out Monday and Wednesday. Next chapter is going out next Monday, and new chapters after that. The one chapter next Monday is going to be free after that. If you want to read the rest, you got to pay. It's like $5 a month or $50 a year. I'm excited. I want to see if I can make this work. I ported over my old mailing list from my old MailChimp list, and I was surprised. I got like a 25% open rate on both emails, and over 1,100 views on each. So
awesome.
now for a regular email blast, that's pretty good, because but I'm not sure if it is for a Substack, but for like a regular email blast, it's actually those are some pretty sweet
stats.
Those
are phenomenal. Those are phenomenal numbers
for audience engagement. That's fantastic, dude.
Yeah,
it's great.
Congrats, man. Good launch.
Yeah, the really big test though is going to be next week after the last free post goes out, and I'm going to see if anybody on the list is actually willing to pay for it. Okay. So fingers crossed.
Absolutely,
man. You just every time you just push a new chapter, just go ahead and ask them to pay. I mean,
that's what I do. Yeah. And once I'm back on my feet economically, I'm going to start running I'm going to start doing advertising for it. Try and draw in new fish. And,
excellent.
And then if I can get where I want to go, I figure, hey, you know what? You know what's next? Sequel time.
Another 13-year book.
No, actually, no. In this case, it'll be a lot faster. I'm a much faster writer now than I was back then.
Fair enough. Well, congratulations, brother. That's great. I actually just signed up, so
yeah,
I'm already on your list, but I signed up again. So.
All right. Well, just make sure you pay.
Pay.
Absolutely.
Like I said, my priorities now are pretty straightforward. I'm not a complicated man.
That's here. I'm going to post it in the comments so everybody can go to it and sign up there. There we go.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Absolutely, brother. Avery, Andrew, how you guys
doing? Money. All right, I couldn't resist.
Not bad.
You're good.
While I was on vacation, I got some YouTube money. And then I immediately spent it on CGC graded comics on eBay. And by the time I got back home, I had a box of CGC slab books waiting for me. So I was very happy.
Awesome. Yeah. Carrot says I'll give the 2 chapters a read. Awesome, Carrots. Yeah, good support. So what slab books did you get?
Oh, I'll show those in a second. But I wanted to tell you, Avery will be very disappointed in me when I tell you this story. But I went by the comic book store and I bought 2 new comics. And one of them's a Mark Waid comic.
Okay, well, look, Mark Waid is a really good writer, man.
Yes, but I put my foot down, said I wasn't going to buy any more of his stuff, but it was the creative team, the rest of the creative team, that got me to buy this book.
Was this the Brian Hitch book?
Yes.
Okay, you got it, because I know Ramel probably hasn't seen it, so you got to pull it up and we got to look at it.
Okay.
Yeah, whip it out, Andrew.
Do I need to? We'll hear. Oh, we're not promoting Andrew's OnlyFans tonight. I promise.
Well,
at least not right now.
Hey, what's up, Richard?
What's the name? What's up, Richard? What's the name of the book, Andrew? And I'll look it up too, so maybe I can show some cleaner images from it.
It's called Superman: The Last Days of Lex Luthor. But it's not only Brian Hitch; it's also Kevin Nolan on inks. So you put Brian Hitch and Kevin Nolan together, and it looks pretty fantastic.
This is new.
Yes, it's also one of the Black Label books. So it's one of the larger size books. It's the 8.5 by 11, and Brian Hitch's art was made for a book like this. Like, let me show you. There's a couple of double page spreads in here. So, I mean, he's one of the artists that created the term widescreen comics.
Yeah.
And this format just works so good with his art. And Kevin Nolan inking it just made it even better.
Yeah,
and
Kevin Nolan is phenomenal. So,
yep. But
here, I can share some shots from it.
Okay.
Let's see. I'll share some shots. Let me get you off the full screen.
Oh, thank you. I don't want to break the internet.
Yeah, let's check out The Last Days of Lex Luthor.
Now, I don't know how many issues is in this series, but the second issue comes out in September, and I read the first issue, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And so we'll have to. It's a $6.99 for an oversized book, and I mean, you're just talking gorgeous art.
How do you feel about the? Let me see if I can just get a little wider just to fill up the screen.
Yeah.
I don't care who drew it. I'm not buying shit from Mark Waid.
I know he's not a very nice person. How do you feel about the 8.5 by 11 format for comics? I mean, I have to assume that Brian Hitch was drawing 8.5, like I guess 2 or 3 up from 8.5 by 11, right?
Well, Hero and Crom as well were always intended to be that large format books, 8.5 by 11s. So I'm actually, what's so funny is I had a conversation with the girl at the comic book store. She doesn't like it simply because they have a hard time getting bags and boards, magazine size bags and boards to fit it, and they want to protect. I shouldn't say they. I should say she wants to protect her books.
Right.
And if you can't get a hold of that stuff, and like the last time I ordered bags and boards from BCW, the boards were on back order, and it was like 2 months wait on that. So I just ordered bags. So I have like 200 or 300 magazine bags sitting here, but I use them for different things, not just.
Wow, look at that shot of Superman.
So. Oh yeah,
look at that.
But
so Kevin Nolan.
That was her issue with it, is she couldn't properly protect it, and I'm thinking to myself, that would never stop me from buying something that I want to buy, you know?
Yeah, she probably also doesn't buy a lot of European comics.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Okay, it is a 3-issue series. So 48 pages, large size, and I like the European style comics as well. So I'm all for it. But I hate that they often slap the black label on everything nowadays, including regular size comics.
Are they really? I thought it was just for like prestige format.
Originally it was. They started slapping it on, like I think the first one was what's his name's Curse of the White Knight or whatever it was. Sean Gordon Murphy. Yeah, his comics are regular size comics, and they slap the black label on it. So, nope. Black Label lost a little bit of its
what does
punch.
What does the Black Label signify? Speaking as a comic novice,
it's what they consider their best of the best creators, the best writers, the best artists, and best stories.
And probably and because so and tell me if I'm wrong or not because I don't actually know. But oh yeah, there you go. But they have because it's the best writers, the best artists, the best inkers, artists, pencilers, like the book, it's not a regular cover price book, right?
Some of them are regular cover price. I mean,
what was the cover price for this?
$6.99.
Oh, that's not too bad.
But for that size and a 48 pager, I mean, that it was worth it, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, to me it was. And the other thing I bought, because I had to spend at least $10 in order to get a stamp at the store. So and this was $7, so I had to buy something else. I bought the latest issue. This is issue 1 of a new Hawkgirl series that just started. This is I guess this is the 3rd alternate cover, and I adored it. I love the cover. And so I went ahead and picked this up. I have no idea who the artist team is. I don't know who the writers are. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a woke comic just because it's a female lead. I mean, you know that. But I really like the cover. So I literally bought it for the cover.
Link, you show it. Let's see it. Oh, that's awesome. Well, let me solo layout that. That looks great.
I don't know who did it. I can look and tell you, but I just really like the cover, and I bought it for that alone.
That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
I think this is the Derek Chew cover. So, they had a Brad Walker cover, a Derek Chew. I don't know who else, but I like the design of the character. I like the character herself. And, I'm down with it.
Awesome, man.
So you want to see some graded comics?
Let's do it. All right.
All right.
Don't need to
now,
share. Here, I'll solo you out.
Here's one of the problems I'm gonna have is some of these I want to keep for myself. I don't want to take them to the store and put them in the window. I want to keep them for myself. So we'll have to see what happens. This first one, I'm not sure if any of you guys ever had this one. This is the 30th anniversary of Amazing Spider-Man. This was issue number 365, which was...
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
They did, and he had 4 titles at the time, and each one had a hologram in it. There was a black one, which is Amazing Spider-Man. There was a red one, a blue one, I believe a green one. It's like Web of Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, and Spider-Man. But this is only a 9.4, so it's not, it's like standard grade. I mean, it's not, the best of the best. But this is, in the credits, Rick Leonardi is included as one of the artists. You want to know why?
Yeah, why?
Because he did a preview of Spider-Man 2099 in here. This is considered the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099 was in this issue.
Really?
Yes. Now it's not the first appearance of Miguel O'Hare, who is his alter ego. That is in Spider-Man 2099 number 1, but he first appeared in this book as kind of like, I'm not sure if it was I've actually never read this one.
Is that considered a key book now? Because it's
That's why if as a key book, people would want the highest grade possible, like a 9.8. But this was a 9.4. It was a decent price, and I picked it up, and I was very happy with it. So, but it's one that I could probably get better if I wanted to, if I cared about the character enough to want to. So it's probably one that'll go in the store, and I'll offer it to a couple of people that I know that are into Amazing Spider-Man. And if they're interested, they'll buy it. If not, it's just something to have in the store. So the other 6 books I got, I don't know. This was an accident, maybe, because I really wasn't paying attention to it. but they were all 9.8s. So they're all, the best of the best. Well, there are 9.9s out there and there are 10s out there, but they are very few and far between. A 9.8 is considered like the goal for having a graded book. And the older you get, the less likelihood you're ever going to find a 9.8. These are all modern books, so you'd want to have them in 9.8s. I've been looking at a lot of old Marvel GI Joes, and a 9.4 or 9.6 to me is perfectly acceptable for those as a high grade. A 9.8 is even better, but the older you get, the lower the grade you're willing to accept as being in good condition. So, but these are all modern books. They're all 9.8s, and they're all making me happy. So the first one I have is Ultra Mega #1. This is an Image comic. This is James Herron. I actually picked up a copy of issue #3 of this title recently, like in a 50-cent bin somewhere. I don't remember exactly. Oh no, maybe somebody traded it in or something. But I read it and it was like I really enjoyed the story and the art. It's one of these ones where James Herron has a very crazy art style.
Yes.
He's very known for but the story was very easy to understand. Even though the art was a little crazy, the story, the way it was written, I understood exactly what was happening. I knew who the characters were. I understood the story as it was going. And it was issue 3, and it was good at that point. So I found a nice copy of issue #1, and this one might be for me. I'll put it in the store. We'll see what happens. It's got a rather freaky picture on the back.
That's cool.
But for a #1, for an artist I enjoy, and the price was good, so I was happy to pick it up.
Yeah, he's really a talented guy.
Yeah, that'll probably go in the store. So I'll see if somebody's interested, but if it doesn't sell, I don't care. I'll keep it. It's no big deal. This one, I think I have a 5th printing of this book, or either a 4th or 5th printing. So to be able to get a first printing in a 9.8 is pretty awesome. This is another Image comic book. It is Stray Dogs #1. I believe this is the second variant, or this is the first variant, not the original cover. This is one of the very smart things that these creators did with their book is the first issue had like a regular standard cover, and then they did an alternate cover. And then when they went into reprints, when they did 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th preprints, they did a homage to different horror movies on every one. So every one became like a collectible item because of it. And this one, of course, is the Silence of the Lambs homage. And if you've never read this story, I believe it was either 5 or 6 issues. It was really good. I was showing it to my wife, and she was like, "Okay, that looks cute," because it's got a very Disney-esque art style. But the storyline is what kind of blows people away and made it interesting. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, this is not a book, Todd, that you would buy your daughter.
Oh, fair enough.
Even though the art looks good, looks like it's right up her alley. The storyline is a whole bunch of dogs living in one house. They have one master, and the dogs, they remember they had previous masters, but they don't remember what happened to them. They just know that this guy is taking care of them, and it's like a big family of dogs. But the story is that the guy who they're living with is a serial killer, and when he kills somebody, he takes their dogs and he keeps their dogs. And so their former masters were all victims of this serial killer. And the entire story is told from the point of view of the dogs. And I don't want to say they're not bright, because they are smart characters, but they're dogs. They don't remember things as well, and they'll forget things. They'll remember, wait, I had an owner and they like to take me for a walk, but something happened and I haven't seen them in a while. But now I'm with this owner, and he feeds me and he loves me and I'm happy. But it was a rather interesting twist on the horror genre with the the Disney-esque art style. And the art's great. The art's fantastic. So if you're into that, well, I should say if you're into that kind of art, which I enjoy thoroughly. So,
oh, for sure.
That's a good one. Now, this is a potential investment book for me. I know it recently wrapped up. The series wrapped up. But this is a Robert Kirkman book called Oblivion.
Oh, yeah.
This is issue number 1, first print. It's a 9.8. It was recently, from what I understand, it was opted. I'm not sure for a TV series or for a movie, but it's working its way through Hollywood right now. I absolutely adored the art in this book. It's fantastic art. The artist is Lorenzo Di Felci. It's gorgeous. The entire world of Oblivion is, in its right, a character in the book, and I've always said that. But this is one of the variants. It's not an official variant because on the barcode on the back it still says 111, which is issue number, volume number, and print. So it's 111. But they did a few that had his signature was in pink. So it's the rarer of the two. And to be able to get a copy, a 9.8 copy, I mean,
that's awesome.
For those of you who don't know, the writer is Robert Kirkman, who's also the guy that did Walking Dead. So it's potentially a huge investment book for me. So, all right.
That's a good story too. I read a little bit of it. It's actually really good.
I think it just wrapped up with like issue 32, something around in the 30s, because I know it had a 25th issue, which was a double-sized with some like pinups and all in it. But then I think it wrapped up a little bit after that.
Oh, okay.
Next one is a Mark Millar book. It is Reborn number 1. Another Image comic, 9.8. This is the 5th variant with the Frank Cho cover, which is pretty gorgeous. But this is a Mark Millar, Greg Capullo book. And for those of you who are unfamiliar, Mark Millar is the guy who pretty much sold all of his properties to Netflix.
What properties?
All of them.
No. For someone who might not be familiar with the name,
Jupiter's Legacy.
He's also he didn't sell it. He didn't sell it, but he's also responsible for Kick-Ass,
and Wanted,
Kingsman,
and all that. Those are owned by other, but all his new stuff is owned by Netflix. And the Ambassadors is owned by Netflix. Magic Order is owned by Netflix. All the other ones, other than Kick-Ass and Wanted, and I think there's 3: Kick-Ass, Wanted, and Kingsman. So this is potentially something that could be made into either an animated movie, a TV series, or a movie on Netflix at some point. So it's an investment book for that point. Next up, the last two I picked up just because I really like the covers, and sometimes that's all it takes. They're both Marvel books. The first one is Black Cat number 2. Recently, Marvel got the license to do Aliens and Predator. I believe they also have the license to do Terminator, but I haven't heard of anything coming out yet. But they got the license to do Alien and Predator books, and as a run up to that, they did alternate covers for a lot of their books, which had Marvel characters versus Aliens and Predator and so forth. So just imagine, a cover of Wolverine fighting an alien. I mean, the idea is very, very cool. And sometimes the art came out great. Now, there is no alien in these books. They're just on the cover. And it's a glimpse that looks kind of cool. But it's something that's not going to happen in the book. At least not these particular books. This is Black Cat number 2, and it has her on the cover with what looks like an alien queen behind her. and I just thought the cover looked really nice.
Oh, Kyle says Robert Kirkman also did Invincible, which I'm reading right now. A great comic.
Yes. Invincible season 2 starts very, very soon.
I am up. I still have some more issues of Invincible to read. I was in the 60s, so
okay.
It gets really good. Like I would say, like he was kind of finding his voice with the book in the first like dozen issues, and then after that, it just takes off. Like he just nails it. It's so good.
Oh yeah, if you haven't read the comics are really good. Okay, and the second one we got.
I was kind of checking them out on YouTube. A lot of people run down the story of Invincible, and it's a really interesting comic book.
Yep. It's really good. Yeah, I highly recommend it, man. It's one of those that's worth reading.
Yeah, because the series is finished.
Yeah,
Invincible. Yeah. The next book that I got, the last book I got, is also a Marvel book with an alien cover. This is, all right, I'll say 3 things, and you already know it's got to be pretty cool. Black Widow, aliens, Terry Dodson.
Okay, interesting.
So this is the Terry Dodson variant, aliens variant for Black Widow.
He did. Now there's no aliens in the Black Widow book.
No, there's no
because it's just
yeah. It's just they did a variant edition cover, and I literally bought these last 2 for the covers themselves. Did not buy them for the art. Did not buy them for the story. Did not buy them for what happens in the book or even the characters. They just looked cool.
Well, you could probably though, like Black Widow and Black Widow and Alien on the cover is gonna sell it. So
yeah. No, we'll see. I've got a bunch of different stuff that are up on auction right now that I'm watching, and I may throw some bids in if the auctions don't move very far, and see if I can pick up some other ones for not a lot of money. But the 6 that I got all from the same seller. And they, of course, combine the shipping. So instead of paying $15 a book, I paid $15 for all 6 books.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Yep. But, I was very happy.
I think he muted himself. Andrew, you muted yourself.
I didn't do it on purpose. My internet just blinked for a second.
That is okay.
Yeah.
Well, good. That's wicked, man. So those were for your personal stuff. Did you get any new things for the shop?
I bought a whole bunch of toys. What's so funny is I was telling my mother-in-law that we were on the drive up. We were listening to comedy stations on XM radio, and we were listening to Netflix is a Joke, which is a lot of stuff from Netflix specials. And sometimes those can be, depending on who the comedian is, can be rude and crude. Well, there was an advertisement for a channel for Jeff Foxworthy and Larry the Cable Guy. So as soon as I heard that, I switched over to that, and we listened to it pretty much the rest of the drive up. And I told her when we got to Missouri that we were living a Jeff Foxworthy joke. If you go on vacation and you go from Walmart to Walmart to Walmart looking for the best deals in other towns in order to, I know it's a long explanation, but I went to like 6 different Walmarts while I was on vacation and found a lot of good stuff on clearance that my stores in town didn't have, and a lot of Lego sets and toys and stuff like that. I'm kicking myself because one of the stores we were at had beach towels like like Spider-Man and Batman and Sonic beach towels clearance down to $3 a piece, whereas around here in town they're still $10 a piece. So that's the kind of thing that I would buy to put in the store just for the hell of it.
That's pretty cool.
So, and I didn't, and I should have, but that's all right. They'll eventually go down around here. So that's all right.
Oh, good. God, I need to get. I know I haven't been out of the house. I need to go get some more books. I don't know. I've actually saw on eBay. I was looking. I saw some really good deals on the essentials, early X-Men essentials. Like people are wrapping them up now. And what? Why
no, you're going to end up spending a lot of money on those in the long run.
Why is that?
Because they're out of print and people know it.
I know, but they're so good, man.
Yeah, all right. Well,
I know.
Why, Todd?
I didn't
buy
anything. I didn't buy anything. I didn't buy anything. I'm good.
Some of it's still cheaper than buying the issues.
Well, yeah.
Because some of those issues in there, you'll be like $5 issue, $5 issue, $5, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100, $5, $5.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I found a couple of them. They were like selling like volumes 1 through 4 for like $80 or something, which is pretty damn good.
That's not bad. Okay, get volumes 1. Get all those same issues original. Like
no way. No way. Can't do it. Good luck.
If you buy them for $80, they're all going to look like your Fantastic Four.
Right. Well, that's the thing. The only this one I still keep next to me.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a beat up early X-Men issue that's like that.
It's super good, man. It's falling apart, but
Avery,
whatever.
I wasn't there a Thor issue in that stack that I gave you that I didn't tell you about?
Maybe.
It was a I think it was a John Buscema Thor.
Maybe. I haven't had a chance to go through it again yet.
Okay. But yeah, there was something in there that was like, ooh, I think Avery would like this, and I threw it into your stack. So
cool. Awesome.
So you guys want to take a look at the books I'm looking at for tonight?
Yeah, let's do it.
I have 3 auctions that end in like a half hour, and I'm just watching them right now, and I'm not 100% sure I'm going to.
I live honestly, Andrew. I live vicariously through you when you show me like your CGC grades and your auction stuff. So
well, see, now I'm worried because if I share this stuff with people, somebody might jump. Nah, nobody's watching this. Nobody's watching it.
Hey, Andrew, real quick.
You're such a dick, dude.
No, Andrew, how are you doing your auctions? Just out of curiosity.
You mean what? I'm just buying stuff right now. I'm not selling anything. So.
No, but you mentioned auctions. Like when you auction them off, how are you auctioning them?
I'm not selling anything right now.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying. I have a seller's account. I'm not using it right now.
He's looking to buy, is what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
No, because I got a little confused. What I want to ask the group, because you all are my nerd resource, is there an existing app like right now that I could do an online auction with?
Yeah, there's a ton.
Really?
Well, there's
Depends
a bunch
on what you're wanting for, but
yeah, there's a bunch of different places you can sell stuff auction wise. eBay is probably the most popular one, but there's other places you can sell it. So
no.
What are you looking to sell?
No, that's not what my attention. I got this event that I'm trying to do. So it's like at the event I will have like artwork basically for sale, but I can't immediately put a price on it. So basically it's like I put up a piece and I have a starting bid. So like with everybody in attendance, they're allowed to bid on the app. So at a certain cutoff point, I'm like, well, the winning bid is such and such and such. And they'll get like that particular piece of art for whatever the winning bid is. Is there an app that's out there that allows me to do that? I'm like, well, you come in and you just download this app.
Honestly, if what you're talking about is like doing it for like a small, not necessarily a small group, but a group of people that are present, you wouldn't need to do an app. You could just have like a sign up sheet, and for each item there's a piece of paper and people just write down their name and what their bid is, and then it's the easiest way to do something like that. You're talking about something that would be a lot more difficult. I'm sure there is apps out there that can do that, but you really don't it's not necessary if you're doing something for like if you're doing like a charity at work type of thing.
No, it's a I'm going to beta test a small group just to see how it's going to operate. I want to beta test the small group. Like I said, I'm basically throwing away the money on the beta group. So to see how it runs, then I'll invite a larger group. So it's basically like you can put a bid in, and then you'll be notified when you've been outbid. So it's just but you don't know who's outbidding you, basically.
You're literally describing eBay. So
yeah, but eBay doesn't cover a live event though.
No.
Yeah, let me think about that, because that's I feel like I've seen this somewhere. So what I recommend, there is a site. Have you ever been over to a site called Product Hunt?
Product Hunt.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna put in private chat.
Oh, you know what else I just thought of? Something you might want to look into. Whatnot.
Who, me?
Yeah. Whatnot is another place that you can do online auctions and get people bidding on stuff. I have not been involved in them, but I know they exist.
Isn't this what McFarlane's doing now?
Whatnot? Probably. Yeah. A lot of artists are doing it.
Yeah, Whatnot is another one that's happening now.
Yeah. It's not one I don't understand it enough to get in there and do it.
So. I'm putting this in private chat for you, Ramel.
All right.
But and if anybody else wants these links, feel free. But Whatnot is a live shopping. So it's basically like you go on screen and you're like, hey, I'm selling this. You got 5 minutes, or whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah, so check out whatnot.com. It's I put it in private chat. They also they pitch it as like selling comics and toys and games and artwork and
that
kind of stuff. And
a lot of retail stores do it where they do like a live stream, and then they'll bring up items to bid on, and people will bid on them live. And
and then if you Product Hunt is a good site if you're not sure, if you're trying to discover an app and you're not really sure,
right?
Like where or how to find it. Product Hunt, you can type it in and you'll see a bunch of apps that like fit that genre, right? So you can kind of start. It's like a search engine for apps, basically.
That's the best. See, I knew y'all come through.
Hey man, us nerds got to unite. You know what I'm saying? All right. So what were we gonna do? We were gonna look at what we're doing.
I was just showing some auctions that I'm watching right now.
Okay, here.
There's only 3 of them. They end in like the next half hour, so that's why I'm paying attention to them.
That's why you're trying to take the stream over, so you can pay attention to it later.
Well, you guys can tell me if you think it's worth it. I mean, they're not super high, but they're all from the same seller, which means most likely if I win them, they would combine shipping. But I'll show you the 3 that I'm looking at and get your input on whether or not you think it's worth it. First one is this Justice League number 47. It's a 9.6. It's the Jim Lee black and white variant. It's got a Harley Quinn, Jim Lee, black and white.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's kind of
like more of an anime style kind of vibe.
Yeah, that's Jim Lee.
Yeah. It's not a high ticket book. I mean, a 9.4 ungraded is like a $5 book. You're literally buying it because it's already been graded, type of thing. Because if you're gonna, because I think what is it? The price.
No, wait, is that a sketch cover? No,
it's just a black and white one. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. Oh well, I went right back to my watch list. But the current bid is $21.99. There's nobody bidding on it, and it's got 21 minutes left, so it's potentially something that could easily be won. But you're looking at $14.50 for shipping, so you're going to pay that much. You want to get maybe 2 or 3 items. That way you can combine shipping. But I went through this person's listings, and there was only a couple things that I wanted that ended at this time. So next up is a copy of Captain America 286. This is CGC graded 8.5. It's just a fantastic looking Mike Zeck cover. I just really like that cover. Now,
Yeah,
8.5. Awesome. That's not a huge. Actually, a 9.4 ungraded is a $5 book right now on Comic Price Guide. Let me just look and see what an 8.5 is listed as. But it's just a cool looking cover. But I'm not a Deathlock fan, but I do like Mike Zeck, so I mean, it might be worth it. It's like a $10 book. Graded, an 8.5 of this book is a $10 book. So
that's such a good cover, man.
It is, but it's, let's see, they're wanting $24.99 for it, which is pretty much the cost for grading. It's $25, the cost for grading.
So he's losing money on the grade. I mean, I don't know that. He might have gotten it free as part of a trade or something.
Maybe. And then the last one that I'm looking at is actually the reason I was doing it in the first place. I was looking at some Adam Hughes covers. And this is Alice Ever After #2 with an Adam Hughes variant. Once again, this isn't a huge sought-after book, but it's a 9.8, which means it's a high grade. But just I like the cover.
Oh, I love the color.
And some things I would buy just for the cover. Now, this is something that I have. I think I have issue 1 and 2 of this series, and they just did a second series of this. So I guess it's popular enough that they're making more of them. But this is Dan Panosia is doing the writing.
Oh, wow.
And he's also doing some of the art. I think in the first issue, there was like 4 pages of his art where the rest of it was done by another artist.
I like how Adam Hughes, like in the foreground, it's actually blurred out. Like he did that manually. Like that's airbrush.
Yeah. Well, no, it's probably digitally done.
You think it's digital? You think that?
Oh yeah. He does a lot of things digitally nowadays.
Oh man.
So, but still, it looks cool. But this is one that I might, if it's one that I got, I would get it just for me. It's probably not a huge seller, but I'm still thinking about it. There's 35 minutes. I got a little bit.
I mean, for my taste, I kind of think I could see doing the Jim Lee, and I think that Deathlock is pretty slick.
Yeah,
that would be my call, but that's only because I'm not like pinup covers or not.
These are the 2 I bid on that I'm currently losing because they've been outbid. But this one, Batman Gotham Adventures #22.
Oh yeah,
there's an obvious reason why I like it because it's Batgirl.
Dude, by the way, there's Batgirl's first appearance. There's a really high grade going on sale right now at auction at Heritage.
Oh, I can believe it. It's there's several of them on eBay right now. But what's the other one? Oh, here's another one. This is one I might actually try to win. You probably remember this one.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Vampirella #3.
That was that's not an Adam Hughes, right?
Yeah, it is.
It is an Adam Hughes?
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought it was what was the other guy who was around for a long time? It kind of had an Adam Hughes style.
Louis Small, I think, is who you're thinking of.
No. He was I think he was like Asian guy.
Asian guy.
Or Asiatic. Oh man.
Well, the other one I was watching of that series that's up. I didn't. Oh, see, this is the Detective Comics 359 first appearance of Batgirl. Mm-hmm. This is the Toys R Us replica edition from 1987.
Oh God.
Yeah, I was thinking about. I told my wife, I gave her the whole history of this comic, and I said I will own a copy of this comic.
When's your 50th birthday?
December.
Of this year?
Yeah. Copy of Naughty and Nice, the Good Girl Art of Bruce Timm. Watching that.
What's the issue number? Just I'm trying to look this up. With this Detective Comics, what?
359, I believe. Yeah, somebody has a 0.5 graded copy, and it's several $100s.
Oh yeah, no, here, check this out. Can I share this with you?
Sure, go ahead. A 9.2. Very nice.
Its current bid is $6,700.
Yep.
Oh, let's see this. It's a very popular book.
Let's see. Comicpriceguide.com puts a unslabbed 9.4 at $2,800.
Wow.
So a 9.2 slabbed, 6,700. So that's right in the ballpark of what they estimate.
Yeah, except this has 12 days left, so it's gonna jump way. It's gonna go up to like $8 or $9 grand.
Well, a 9.8 graded is 20,000.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, but a 0.5 graded is $130 is what they have on Comic Price Guide. So, this is the other one. This is one that I thought about getting as well, or maybe bidding on. Another classic Adam Hughes.
You're going into an Adam Hughes.
I just was looking at some, and I thought they looked great, so I'm just paying attention. So we'll see. I mean, if you're going to buy a comic for the cover, an Adam Hughes cover is the way to go, you know? Let's see. What else is in? Oh, let's see. There's some G.I. Joes that I've been paying attention to, just watching.
One of the things that I'm tracking down is I've seen it exists. There was a at some point Todd McFarlane and Stan Lee did a signing together or something for Amazing Spider-Man Spider-Man #1.
Yeah.
And there are some of those books where Stan Lee's signature is really crisp and clear. And I absolutely want one of those. Miles says Adam Hughes did a really cool Scarlet Witch cover. Yeah, man, I know that cover. That's a really good. Adam Hughes is awesome. Here, I'll show you a secret. Here, hold on. I'll be right back. I'll show you a quick secret. Hold on.
Oh, this is one that I was thinking about. It just looks cool. Batman number 311. It's a 9.2. I mean, it's not a key issue, but it's got a great Jose Luis Garcia Lopez cover with Batgirl on it.
So, look at that cover. So, Miles, I'm going to show you something. You can't tell anybody though. Hold on. So, back in the day, Andrew, the guys know this. I know Andrew and Avery know this. I don't know if Ramel knows this, but back in the day when I was in Atlanta, I went to school there, and I got over to Gaijin Studios, which was Stelfreeze and Adam Hughes and Jason Pearson and Carl Story. Cully Hamner was over there. Anyway, one of my friends also was really in good with those guys, and he said that Adam Hughes allowed him to photocopy his sketchbook, and I ended up photocopying his photocopies. So this is Adam Hughes' sketchbook, right? So if I look at this, if you remember the Gen 13 here, let me turn this out. Oh,
these are from the 90s, like early 90s stuff. So
yeah, this is his Gen 13 pencils, like the whole issue. Right? I think both issues. And then we got his Blank Noir X-Men Wildcats. This is all his pencils because I was such a fucking fanboy. Right? And I mean, I fucking studied the hell out of these things. And then, so this is his actual sketchbook. His actual, there you go. Some nudie stuff. But this is prime classic Adam Hughes stuff, right? Isn't this great?
Yeah, he was so good at drawing women. He was phenomenal.
He was amazing. So it's just page after page after page, just practicing perspective and all kinds of stuff. So like this was like, oh yeah, there's some more Gen 13 stuff. Like his sketch, just tons and tons of sketches. So like, yeah, man, it's still one of my like prized possessions is like this photocopy sketchbook thing. And then in the back is like interviews with him. Okay, this is my all-time favorite quote, and so I'm not going to say it because I don't want. This is what comics used to be. So this was in what is this? Comics Interview magazine. Okay, this is what comics interview. This is what comics used to be. This is why I miss it. Just read that headline.
I see there's an F word in there.
Are you reading it?
Yep.
I don't know. Anyway,
is that Ghost?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, he used to draw Ghost. Well, he did the Ghost covers back in the
covers,
day.
Yeah. Well, he did her first appearance in the Comics Greatest World. He did the first like 3 issues of Ghost.
Yeah.
And then it was Hallie that took over, who had a very Adam Hughesian style.
Yeah.
Wasn't Adam Hughes, but he definitely had the vibe.
He really did.
Matt Hallie, yeah.
I'm trying to think of this guy's name. I can see his face, and I remember talking to him a number of times, and I just cannot remember the guy who I'm thinking about. He disappeared. Like he was kind of mid for a long time, and he was kind of associated with the Gaijin guys, and then he just kind of disappeared, I guess.
Rick Mays.
Rick Mays. Holy shit! There you go.
Oh, geez. Yes.
Thank you, Avery. I knew you would know. Rick Mays. Like, what happened to Rick Mays?
I don't know. He just disappeared.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he kind of vanished, right? I mean, I hope he's okay. I'm sure he's okay, but Rick Mays was awesome, man. Probably got a better job.
Yeah, probably started working in film or animation.
Yeah, that's what all those guys did. Yeah, I'll never forget talking to Dave Johnson, and he was just like, "I'm going in animation. Like, I'll get paid. What was it? Twice as much for half the time, for half the output."
Yeah, because he got used to working for Eric Larson on that Super Patriot thing where he was paid huge money.
Yeah, man. It's kind of a hard thing. I mean, you think it'd be like a positive, but it can actually be a negative when you hit that book and you're making just a fortune.
Yeah.
And then you don't have it anymore.
Yeah. You know, well, remember Tex was talking about, that's the reason they would jump from series to series to miniseries to miniseries, because those royalties, they were getting $1,000 a page. They didn't give a shit. They wanted those royalties. Because when they did that new #1 for that new miniseries, it was a 5-6 figure check. Boom, and royalties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave Johnson was behind. He was the artist for Ben 10, wasn't he?
He did some designs for Ben 10.
Yes. They literally took his style to create that cartoon.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's getting like.
Nope, he doesn't own any of it.
Really? No residuals?
Nope. He doesn't own any of it. He might get residuals, but I heard him at a convention bitching one time about how he literally sold them his entire style.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess it didn't work out too well for him, but if you take a artist like Mike Mignola, because remember he did that Atlantis.
Yep.
And that was Disney. So anytime you get in bed with Disney, that's a decent check.
Well, what's really funny, I don't know if you've ever seen any of the preview magazines. You've seen Scotty Young's style, right? Scotty Young does a lot of variant covers, and he's got like a really kiddie type of style. Marvel either purchased it from him. I don't know exactly if they did or not, but they made these little statues in his style, I mean, they're literally using his art to make the statues, but they call it the Marvel. It's some type of Marvel style. It's the figures are in the Marvel style, and it's obvious it's Scotty Young, but they don't give him credit for it. They literally had probably bought his from him, to be able to do that.
No, they probably just straight up took it and they paid him shit.
No, I don't know. They probably paid him something.
No, it's kind of iffy.
Well, they don't have a history of doing that, so.
Well, he's still working for him.
Sure.
He's still doing covers for him.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, White Wolf fucked me over plenty of times. I still kept working.
I don't think there's a spoiled relationship with them, So he's still getting paid.
Marvel, DC both fucked over Jack Kirby. He still did stuff.
Man.
There's not a publisher out there that won't fuck you in a heartbeat.
No, there's a lot of traditional publishing for sure. There's a lot of unfortunately
that's what I mean.
A lot
Traditional
of
publishing. If it's a company, Marvel, DC, Dark Horse, Image, pick one.
Yeah.
They'll fuck you as soon as it's convenient.
Yeah, well, they're not. They're. Yeah, this is true. Oh, I keep trying to be like, well, there's some. But no,
I don't give a shit. They will fuck you in a heartbeat.
They're not very
disposable.
nice. Yeah, they're not very nice.
Now, are there some individual editors and artists, art directors that if you work with that particular one, they won't? Yeah. But the company is... the bean counters, yeah, they'll stick it to you in a heartbeat.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, unfortunately, you're not wrong. The bean counters.
Bean counters. All right, I'm placing some bids. Let's see what happens.
Wait, let's see. Should we share your screen?
Not just yet.
Oh, I'm sharing my screen. Hold on.
Yeah, you can share your screen. That's fine.
Well, I was just looking at where's that? Where I was looking at that one piece from I don't even know what screen that is. Hold on.
For some reason, I've had it in my head all day long, the Taylor Swift song "Mean." It's been stuck in my head all day. I've been singing it to myself. I watched the music video this morning, and I just. So if I start busting out singing it, I apologize ahead of time.
So Ramel, this is this guy named James Heron. And he has kind of like a manga anime American style. It's all brush, but he definitely has kind of like that.
Yeah. Uses a lot of zip tone.
Yeah.
It's like indie punk rock meets manga.
Yeah. Well, so I guess this is like his monster book.
That's a unique style.
It's like if Paul Pope was really badass.
Right, yeah, basically.
Nothing to shit on Paul Pope. I like Paul Pope.
Paul Pope is very expressive.
Yeah, but it's that indie punk rock that 90s indie vibe mixed with manga and anime and traditional illustration.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that does that one series? It was a comic book series, and Netflix snatched it up.
There's lots of those. You got to be more specific.
Yeah, really. It just named like half the shows on TV.
Yeah, no, it's those motherfuckers from the Academy.
Umbrella Academy. The lead singer from that emo band comic. I can't remember his name.
Gerard Way.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Well, he's an artist.
He's a writer.
He's the writer.
I'm inquiring about the actual artist.
No one knows.
The artist was
I said no one knows.
Gabriel Ba. Or was it? It was either Fabio Moon or Gabriel Ba.
They're like
brothers.
Brothers.
They're like brothers, but yeah, their styles are very similar. But they're the ones. I think it's Gabriel Ba that did Umbrella Academy.
Well, they have a very unique style that I like.
Why you gotta be so mean?
Well, it's
shut up.
Okay.
Not you,
Andrew. Not you.
I told you guys ahead of time. I was apologizing.
Look at that. That looks just awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to start adding some of that element into some of my stuff, like the blurry, fuzzy lines for action and stuff. So the action scenes don't. I tried to do a little bit of that in the Devoid.
Mm-hmm.
And in White Leopard, I tried to do a little bit, but I don't know.
Look how just sinewy this guy looks. He looks like just.
Yeah, I like how the anatomy is slightly off, but it works.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I might start playing with that a little bit.
I'm trying.
Look at the car. Like he doesn't.
I'm trying it. I'm trying it too. Yeah, but it's good.
Yeah, it's excellent.
Like I love it when Bisley does shit like that too. Like the main character looks awesome and everything else just sort of degenerates to shit.
Yeah.
But it are really cartoony, but it works.
Yeah, I love it.
It's,
like one character's face is kind of realistic and another character's face is really cartoony and over exaggerated and almost grotesque.
Yeah, he looks like he's having the artist looks like he's having fun.
Yeah.
And that's important. Like he really looks like he's having a blast with this stuff.
Yeah. He's confident enough that he just plays.
Yeah.
Like he goes, okay, I need to show this. How I'm going to show this? I'm just going to play and have some fun,
and
let it flow.
Fucking weird.
Who colors it? Because whoever colors it is
it's legend. It's Dave Stewart.
Okay. Because I guarantee you, he's working with the artist, so he knows this is what I need to color hold.
Yeah.
What because that's one of the things that makes me nervous about letting someone else color my work is when I draw things, there's certain things that are intended to be color hold. It's drawn as a big black shape or sketchy lines or whatever, but like it's supposed to be color held. And if you don't, it all just looks like a black mess. But it's like that's not supposed to be a big black shape. It's supposed to be like a gradient. Or green lines or blue lines or something.
Like, look at that car. It just works, but it's so fun.
Yeah, it's great.
And it's just super exaggerated, man. Like, just so good.
Yeah, it's like the style works so well that you excuse it for it being exaggerated.
Right.
But some of the buildings are a little bit realistic in places.
Wow, looks great. Yeah, excellent. Oh, look at that dude.
Have you seen some of his sketches and stuff he does?
Oh, well, his sketches are nuts.
With the zip-a-tone and stuff, it's like...
Yeah, his sketches. I mean, this is him trying to do a deadline. His sketches and stuff are insane. Wow, look at that. Excellent. So good.
It is. Like that woman's character's face, even though it's a little cartoony expressive, it's also kind of realistic in a way.
Yeah, because it works because you have certain artists that try and capture human emotion and it just falls flat. Like, yeah. But you have artists like him that really simplify it and they get it. So I always applaud that. It's like the less is more.
Oh, look at that.
Look at the gore, dude, as he's impaled on that building, on that spire.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
you got to draw that crazy shit.
Yeah, he's really good at drawing gore. But man, look at those arms. It just looks great. I love that. It's classic. It still has the weight of like classic. It almost still has the weight of like the classic Kirby. Stuff, right?
Yep. There is a Kirby element in some of this.
Yeah. I mean, shit's just whacked out crazy, but
Jack Kirby mixed with anime and with like an indie punk rock style.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That. And there's a lot of people that have these type of styles right now in comics.
Yeah, there's some really good talent in the sport of comics, man. There really is. This is some good stuff. It's easy. I wouldn't say it's easy. It's just he's like I said, he's having fun, so he's making it look easy.
Yeah.
Right. You know who else? I don't know if Ramel knows, but Ramel, do you know who? So Ramel, your art always reminds me of or I guess this guy reminds me of you because you kind of did it first. This guy Kenneth Rocafort. Have you seen his stuff?
Sounds very familiar.
Oh, Kenneth Rocafort's awesome.
Yeah.
I think I backed one of his books. I'm waiting on it still.
Speaking of which, I was rearranging this room, and Todd, you'll appreciate this. What I came across. Remember this?
Oh hell yeah! Hold on. Wait, no, we gotta push that live. Hold on. Look at that. That's a classic Ramel Davis right there, man.
Yeah. God, I really wish I'd have kept going.
Oh man, it's so good. I still have those pages.
If I knew how to share my screen, I have that one image of Clairvoy that was emailed. It's ironic that I was going through my emails and I was pulling up images, and I was like, you know what? Do you still know that guy?
I haven't talked to him in years. But I have that image. Here, you want to see it? I got it pulled up. Let me see.
Yeah, because you can pull it up better than I could. Like I said, it was in my email, so we might have the same one.
I'm sure. Because I've got, because my files are ridiculous. It's one of those things. Like some of the simple things I can't find, and some of the things from like 20 years ago I find in like 5 seconds. Here, check this out.
I was going through my emails. I was like, "Oh, got to delete this." then I seen that. I was like, "Oh, okay." Yes, that one. And that was done in.
I remember that one.
Yeah, that was done early 2000s.
Yeah. So this is Clairvoy. Really, her first incarnation.
Yeah.
Right. And that she still looks the same. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Although I was doing a better job at drawing her, but yeah.
No, she's one of the cards.
Yeah, she's one of the cards, man.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I told you this. You don't remember. That's okay. She's here, let's see. Here, I'll show you. I don't have I've got so many versions.
Like Devoid is the evolution of the Void character Todd and I came up with in high school.
Here, I'm gonna share my screen for you. Hold on, check this out.
Oh, okay. Okay. Really?
Right?
Yeah, man, where you been?
I kind of brought her in. Like I said, the idea for the set was kind of 1990s X-Men meets Venture Brothers. So it kind of venture brothered it up a little bit, you know?
Yeah. She would totally go toe to toe with Brock Sampson.
Yeah, exactly. Here, I'll show you something else that'll drive you. Check this out. Just because for some reason, I have access to it right at the moment. Pages, Rommel. So these are all the pages. So let's see. These are all the files.
I still have those originals here in this room.
So
like
dope.
Right now, all those originals, I can literally reach in my desk and pull them out.
That's awesome.
And that entire process right there taught me a lot about comics. It was frustrating, but I really learned a lot.
It's such a hard thing, man. I don't know if people really understand. Like doing a single comic book is like kind of brutal, man. It's a lot of work.
Oh yeah, dude. Beyond a short story, doing some short stories. That thing I did at Shadowline was my first book, and it was 90-something pages.
Oh, so
I had to grind out while working in the warehouse and still doing stuff for White Wolf because the Image thing was making no money.
Because what I had to do was I had to, like, for a page, I had to like separate each one of the characters and draw them separately.
And doing layers.
Yeah, I had to do it in layers, and that drove me fucking crazy. That shit was hard. That was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done in my entire life.
Yeah, I can imagine. It turned out great though, man.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, so sick. Let me see if I can rotate it. Look at that gesture.
That gun is so ugly. I mean, I would draw so much better now, but God, it certain things I cringe at.
Well, yeah, I mean, we all do. But look at that kick. That's a great kick, man.
But this is still professional level stuff.
Yeah, it's fantastic, brother.
You know what? I see all those originals. I'm probably going to pull them out and play with them.
You should play with them, man. Yeah.
Don't play with them too hard. You go blind.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Andrew.
Could you do a book, Rommel? Could you do 20 pages?
I could do 20 pages. I mean, now I could do 20 pages.
You're tempting me, sir. We'll have to talk off air. I don't want to force you to commit on it. Look at that, though.
And how would you feel about me inking it?
I trust you, Andrew. I mean, Avery.
Freudian slip right there.
Right, that was nothing intentional. That was purely accidental.
I know. That was so funny.
No, but Avery, remember that thing you and I were discussing that one Saturday afternoon?
Which over the 30 years of our friendships, we've
was that the conversation about micro penises?
No,
we were talking about you, Andrew.
It was the time we were sitting at IHOP. Remember that one time?
No. Avery, the last time we talked, remember you was online?
Oh, yeah, got you. Yeah, you called me. Yeah, got you.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, okay.
So
gotcha.
That is definitely a project that's high on my list. Like I said, I'm just trying to do the research behind it and put something together. So yeah.
All right. Well, me and Todd plan on getting busy here soon after Web3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still got the Rommel. I call it the Rommel sketchbook.
We're going to get busy on some adult fantasy stuff. So
I got the Rommel sketchbook over here.
there's something I want to talk to you, Todd, about. You saw that sketch I sent you that I backed and I got from Narwhal.
Yes, that thing was fucking awesome.
I have an idea. Okay. I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
I'm afraid to talk about it on air.
Okay, those are the best ideas.
Yeah,
we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in the green room.
It's good. It's real good, I think. I don't know how likely it is to happen or something we could make happen.
All right.
But it could be a good idea to.
I'm downloading all of these Rommel images that I have now. I got a Ghetto Robo.
Oh, Ghetto Robo. I have some Rommel stuff backed up somewhere. I think it's on an old hard drive I need to find.
Ghetto Robo. Not ringing a bell.
Yeah, you had a bunch of them. Here, I'll show you.
Remember when your computer was all messed up and Alan worked on it and got it running again?
Oh, I bet I want to know what he found.
I still have a bunch of your artwork we pulled off of your hard drive back then, I think, somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, put it like this. That was when I first got a computer.
He didn't understand what spyware was from going to Unilot sites.
Yeah.
And Alan had to degunk his computer.
That's so funny, man.
Everybody did it though back then in the late 90s, the early 2000s. If you were new to computers, you gunked up your first one pretty bad with spyware because you didn't know.
No, of course.
Oh yeah. God damn.
Yeah, that was a lot of porn.
It's so bad, Avery. Oh my god.
What he meant to say was music. A lot of music.
That was a lot of LimeWire.
No, it was prior to LimeWire, but LimeWire did not help.
LimeWire. Oh my god. That's a flashback.
That was a lot of Napster.
Yeah, God. I was I think a sophomore in college when Napster first came out, and you knew it was immediately. I mean, I remember once it was a hit because the college I went to, all the computer nerds, they'd be in the every dorm had its own little computer lab in my school, and all the computer nerds would be there. Half of them would be like day and night. And this is like 95, 96.
Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Hold on.
All right.
Be right back.
Okay. Hey. And half of them would be playing like MUDs, multi-user dungeons, which are basically like text-based RPGs. And the other half would be downloading stuff from Napster. And it got so bad that the school actually banned the program because it was literally crashing their entire network. There was just so much data being downloaded. It was like back in the days of dial-up.
Yeah, that was the good old dial-up days.
Yeah, and I stopped playing around with that when I got Kazaa, or it was either Kazaa, Nutella, or
Kazaa was really familiar. I remember.
Yeah, or there were a bunch. There were a bunch of them. Like once Napster got shut down, the problem with Napster is that the thing about Napster is that it had a centralized database, so it was very easy to shut down. You just literally flip the switch and the database would shut off. All the others like Kazaa, LimeWire, well, first off, they were all based in like Vanuatu or Pacific Islands where the U.S. had no jurisdiction. But they used like multiple databases, so they couldn't be shut down. But I kind of got off it when my computer got infected with a really nasty virus. Plus, for some reason, you download, like a song, and it'd come bundled with like really nasty stuff. I won't say what it was because I don't want to get arrested, but there's a sort of thing that you deleted again, and then you took your computer apart and threw it on threw the hard drive on a bonfire and crushed what was left because it was that disgusting, and I was like, I feel violated just looking at it.
Yeah. Well, there was a lot of that going around. Like I said, me being new to computers at that time, there was a lot of terms I was unfamiliar with.
Yeah.
Like twink.
Scatology.
Oh,
what is that like? At first, I thought that was like something to do with like scatting, from like old jazz songs. Nope.
Yeah, no, that's not Scatman Carruthers. That's something.
Let's see.
That's a Shiza movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man, Todd needs to come back and get control of this shit because we're going down a rabbit hole here. This is bad, folks.
No, it was certain keywords. Like I said, once you click, oh, that's what that means. Because the sites I was going to had like little thumbnails that gave you a description. And me being naive, like I said, like I see like bear, like, oh, let me check this out, and like, oh God. Then you had bareback, like, oh God.
Thank God you came back when you did. We were about to go way off the edge about.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I just appreciate when he downloaded the bear videos. He didn't out me.
Oh no.
Well, listen. On the other hand, guys, do you guys remember like the early days of like when MySpace first came out? Because that was interesting. Because that, like you could go on that and there was all kinds of interesting music on there. I mean, like like a lot of the hardcore, deathcore, a lot of emo stuff. Yeah. A lot of really underground rap stuff that you didn't that even like the mixtape guys never heard of. Plus like, and of course the greatest band of all time, Millionaires. And if you know what I'm talking about,
you know what? MySpace is where I found In This Moment, and I'm still a fan of them.
It's good. I always get them confused. Are they the Finnish band or are they an American band? It's like In This Moment, Finnish or American?
American.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. No, it's like all those symphonic metal bands. They all have like similar names. Like In This Moment.
In This Moment is it symphonic?
After Forever. Yeah. But no, In This Moment's good. I mean, they got their lead singer. She's
Maria Brink.
Yeah. Beautiful Tragedy is a great album.
Hey, real quick, what was that one site that you got rickrolled on?
Oh,
that was every site when that was popular. I saw it.
But no, I'm thinking like, like a lot of people who are like really big today got their start on like MySpace back in the day. Like a lot of bands like Bring Me the Horizon, Jeffree Star, God help us. A bunch of stuff. You don't really see it anymore. I mean, there was this brief moment in like the early 2000s, in the early 2000s, and maybe around like the early teens, where the internet and music didn't suck. it was still like the Wild West.
Yeah, it was really great. You could find a lot of really good indie games.
It wasn't all Spotify'd. Everything wasn't paywalled. And if you had the talent, you could put shit out there, and you could get an audience. And there were some really interesting people who got audiences. But then of course, like all frontiers, it got closed off and enclosed, and barbed wire went up. And now on it's nothing but toll roads.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm laying down the metaphors pretty thick.
Yeah. Here, this guy really quick. I wanted to share this with Ramel. This guy's art kind of reminds me of yours, Ramel. Like if you tied your when you tie your work down, this guy kind of reminds me of your stuff. Let's see.
You got to pull up that Ghetto Robo stuff though on this.
Yeah, I will. So, like the way this guy pulls lines actually reminds me a lot of your work. Like how he pulls these lines back here. Let's see if I can find something cool. Like real extreme level of detail. Like look at that.
Yeah.
It's something in the line work. Like the way he draws his line, it reminds me of yours a lot. I don't know if you can see it. I know it's like still kind of small.
No, because what you're looking at, he uses a lot of curves.
Yeah.
very few of his lines are straight. He uses a lot of curves.
Yeah. It's just, and you have this way of drawing your line. It's like you have an action in your line that you've always had. It's just the way you naturally do it. And this guy kind of has that too. Like it's a dramatic line. It's hard for me to describe.
No, I know exactly what you're saying because, and believe it or not, I got this from remember that old book? It was in almost every library. How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way.
Oh, sure, classic.
Yeah, that was basically my Bible back then.
Mm-hmm.
And they talked about expression and how you draw a figure and how you really express his emotion or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But I kind of took that lesson to heart. I always kept that.
No, man, it totally makes sense because like even like the lines in the space, like if I was to like kind of zoom in, it's not letting me zoom in, but like if I could zoom in more, yeah, it doesn't want me to do that. Like I don't know, it's just like some of these lines in the face are sharp and kind of like they're fast and sharp, and it kind of reminds me of like some of the stuff that you pull. It's like just a natural.
I'm not a fan of the color separation though.
Yeah, the color on this book was not good, but
yeah, it's kind of bland and it looks really painted. Like
yeah, well,
it's been done better.
I think one of the reasons they did that is because these are his pencils, like they didn't ink his work.
Yeah, his colorist really didn't do him a great justice though.
Yeah, not at all.
Go find his Indiegogo.
Oh, his Indiegogo's campaign?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that thing is crazy detailed. Yeah, I'll try to find it. Here, let me see if I can pull. I'm trying to pull Romel's Ghetto Robo thing, but
yeah, pull that up because I'm interested.
I'm trying. My system is chugging, so I might have to. Maybe I can go directly to it's in my Dropbox. Let's see. Let's see, Romel. I got a bunch of voltage stuff. Where was that from? Where's it? Romel character design. There it is.
Oh, while you're plundering,
mm-hmm.
Anybody ever get a chance to watch that one movie on Netflix? They cloned Tyrone.
No, I don't have Netflix.
It's the reason why.
Good.
The reason why I'm bringing it up
is that they cloned Jamie Foxx.
It's not just Jamie Foxx.
My kids Melissa's not feeling good, so of course the kids are like, they had chocolate, and so now they're awake and they're just staring at me through the door, and they're supposed to be in bed. Here, hold on. Let me show you a Get a Robo. Hold on. I'm gonna yell at them real quick.
Okay.
No, but they cloned Tyrone. It's a story that we could have done.
Mm-hmm.
But it was really well thought out because it was kind of a comedy, but the basis of it was really well thought out. It's actually based on A conspiracy theory. Okay.
Okay.
What the fuck is this nonsense? Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, snap. I forgot all about that.
Right?
Yeah, I forgot all about that. I would do that. I would do that so different now, but I remember that. I was watching a lot of anime at that time.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like this, like has kind of like that Rockafort. It has like a pull to it.
It was
right?
more. That was a little too. God damn. Yeah. That had a Roxafion kind of inspiration to it.
Sure.
But it was too much Guyver.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, it was too Guyver.
I wish it would load faster.
I would stream. God damn. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Right?
I had a thing with girls with bob cuts. I don't know where that came from.
Girls with bob cuts wearing like mecha body armor.
Yeah. Well,
Nothing wrong with that.
no, I can tell you where I got that from. That was from Appleseed in Dominion.
Oh, okay.
So
that,
plus Ghost in the Shell.
I wonder why it's. I wish fucking Dropbox wouldn't take so long. Oh, come on. Yeah, I got a bunch of. There you go. This one.
Yeah, I still got that somewhere.
Maybe it's faster if I go this way.
God, I really got to get my office together because that's really I'm starting to get that itch so bad right now.
Well, dude, this stuff is great, man.
That's bad. That's bad. I would not do that thing. That was horrible.
That was one of the voltage pieces.
Yeah. Yes, I remember that.
So good, man. Yeah, I wonder what your stuff would look like with Avery ink in it.
Ooh.
Right?
But see, the thing I would do is I would keep it simple. And yeah, I remember that. I got that somewhere. What I would do is I'd keep it kind of simple, but I would allow Avery to make a lot of liberties in it.
Yep.
It'd be like Kevin Nolan inking somebody, you know?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like, if you keep it basic, you don't kind of confine your inkist, basically. Like I would keep it like super simple.
Mm-hmm.
And just,
no, dude, put some detail in there. You don't have to go crazy. I'll add a little bit more.
I would go I would keep it as simple as Mike Mignola. I would keep it kind of that simple, but like I said, you pretty much figure out where I'm going with that.
Yeah. Come on, God! Why is Dropbox so slow?
I got a new page in the ink of for the People ash can.
Oh, good! Finally.
Yeah, I got it in last night while I was on a Dillard stream doing the closeout for the White Leopard. So the White Leopard's done. It closed.
Yeah, that was I remember how aggravating that was. Because that was what like 5 or 10 different drawings.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, and y'all just like kind of put it together. I remember that.
Yeah, it looks sick though. I don't think this is the final. I think this is in progress.
No, it wasn't the final because the upper right corner of that was not finished. Well,
Right.
he kind of brushed over it, but he didn't completely finish it.
Yeah. Anyway. Tons of good stuff, man. Tons of good stuff. See? I keep this shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Todd keeps everything.
I'm a digital hoarder. It's true.
So Avery, you mentioned like 20 pages for the what?
Oh, that's something that's something for
We'll work it out. We'll work it
off
out.
stream. That's something for off stream.
We'll work it out. We'll work it out.
Okay.
That's something to work. That's something to work out for here in the hopefully near future.
Andrew, what are you working on?
I can show you the new page I got.
Yeah, there you go. Show us the new page you got.
Yeah,
well, while he's doing that, I'll tell you what I'm working on.
All right.
So I bought 2 sketchbooks. One to take on the trip to Sketch End, which I did several sketches in, and one to share with you and Avery, and possibly Romel if he's willing to do it. And I left that sketchbook with Avery when I visited with him.
Oh, so we're going to do this.
He is actually going to do the first sketch in the sketchbook.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're actually going to do that?
Yes, we're actually doing it.
Okay. Give me a heads up of when it's coming to me.
Okay.
Because if I'm not expecting anything in the mail, I don't go to it.
Wow, his pencils are really tight.
Oh yeah, they're great.
That looks great, man.
It does, man. He takes forever, but he's really good. So I'm going to have some fun inking this. I'm going to print it out as a blue line.
Yeah, that looks great.
It does. I like it.
Yeah, man. He's pro, huh?
Oh, yeah. Gendal's really good. He's just really slow.
Yeah, like he just finished this page.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool character. I dig that character.
And I started a sketch. I'm going to do a buckler piece for Dillard.
Awesome.
So I'm starting the layouts now.
You know, I absolutely hate it when somebody snipes an auction out from underneath you.
Oh, no. Did someone snipe it?
No, I still want it. But they bid like with a minute or two left. And then I, of course, sniped it with 4 seconds left.
Oh, so you're the asshole.
Yeah.
It's the rules of the game. I'm getting ready to do another one in just a second. And then I'll show you the ones I won.
Yeah, if you're not slipping in a bid at the last second, you didn't want it that bad.
Yeah, fair enough.
If you stop bidding with a couple of minutes on the clock, you didn't want it that bad.
See, I'll sometimes put a bid in early on just to have it listed in my bidding on thing. Got another one. I'm debating on this one. It's the Spider-Gwen verse number 5. It's a 9.8, but it's the Greg Land variant. And
Okay.
I love the character. I think Spider-Gwen's awesome, but I'm not a fan of Greg Land's art, But it's a nice cover. But it's not nice enough that I'm willing to pay $35 for it, so I think I'm going to stop with the 4 I got.
I'm looking at this James Herron book, man. It's fucking crazy.
Oh yeah. See, now I'm debating. There's one particular book that I'd like to have a graded copy of issue number 1. This guy has the Virgin variant cover. He has 2 different Virgin variant covers and a Yannick Paquette Virgin cover. But I have a copy of this book already. So if I go and have it graded, there's a good chance it'll be a 9.6 or a 9.8 because I have it like right off of the stands. Is it worth buying it already graded or getting it already graded? You know?
Maybe.
Okay. When White Leopard closed, we had 69 backers. That was funny. Now it says 62 and it's closed. What the fuck?
People can back out even though it sucks. Wait. Which site is that?
Fund My Comic.
Do they have a you can back out after the fact thing?
I don't know.
Okay.
Dude, that fucking people suck, dude.
Well, sometimes they do.
It might also be a tech error. I wouldn't.
True.
If it just closed, it might be a I mean, I don't know how the site works. So it could be a processing thing.
Yeah,
could be more, could be less.
everything else looks the same to me.
Yeah. I would give it a minute.
Yeah, it could be.
Here's the other thing. I'm watching this cover on another auction, and I think it's only much cheaper. You know, bite the bullet and buy it for $30, you know? Yeah. This actually looks really good. I wonder if I should compare. Daredevil number 111, 9.6, the first appearance of Lady Bullseye. That Terry Dodson cover. I don't know if she's going to be part of the Daredevil movie or the new Daredevil series or not. I haven't heard. She's an awesome looking character, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
I think so.
No. I hope he's able to do the next part.
That was for the book you're working on, right?
Yeah, the book I worked on. Yeah, I hope he's able to do the next issue. He wants it to be 3 issues. I hope he's able to do it.
Hopefully, man. He should. I mean, the book looks great.
Yeah, but
here, I'll share what the cover looks like. You know, if they made her a character in the new Daredevil series or Daredevil movie, she would not look like that.
Oh,
she should. She should look like that.
She wouldn't be wearing that.
Yeah.
She should.
This is terrible. Why, Lady Bullseye? Why?
Because sex sells, and you know it.
But why Lady Bullseye? Why not just create a new female villain?
That was from 2008. That was from when they cared about selling comics, not trying to make political statements.
But it's still a bad idea. It doesn't matter if it was 2008 or yesterday. It's still a bad idea.
Yeah.
Lady Bullseye. Like, no. Just create a new female villain. It's not like Daredevil doesn't have plenty.
They have Todd, they have a copy of Battle Chasers Prelude, a 9.8 Another Universe exclusive variant for $105.
Share it. Let's see the cover. I've probably seen it. I'm sure I have.
Well, actually,
Oh, yeah.
But they have this one as well.
I've got that, I think.
Here. Oops. Let me share this one. See, now this one, I can see that selling. A 9.8. This is Battle Chasers #1. This is the Red Monica variant.
Oh, yeah. This is classic. Yeah, that I don't have.
It's currently going for $379.
Golly. Oh, my God.
Well, that's what they're asking. That's not necessarily what they're going. And this is a buy it now, so it's not an auction.
Yeah.
They're willing to sell it just straight out.
Her anatomy's way off.
Yeah, well, he's super anime, He won't draw that anymore. He won't draw that style.
No?
Well, I mean, he draws his style, but he won't make her as big.
Well, I didn't know there was a second printing of issue #1. I mean, that makes sense, but I didn't remember it.
I don't remember that.
You want to see it?
Sure.
All right, so I won 4 auctions, including the Adam Hughes Alice Ever After cover. What is this going for? Oh, they're asking $100. Huh. Honest with you, sometimes second printings can go for some pretty good pennies.
Well, because
they're more harder to find, and
yeah.
they're harder to find and often more limited. Excuse me, goodness gracious. Now this Daredevil 111, the Lady Bullseye, a 9.6 graded copy is showing on Comic Price Guide for $100. So it's currently at $51 and it's got 11 minutes left. I'm wondering if I should take a chance.
You got this.
Yeah, I already bought 4 books, so do I need more? Actually, this guy, well, see, I'm looking at the same seller because if you buy more stuff from an individual, you can save more money on the shipping. So buying 1 book, you're going to pay up the ass for shipping. You buy 4, it makes it a little bit easier. It makes it easier for reselling purposes, for putting it in the store. They've got a buy it now copy of Generation X #1, a 9.8 Chris Bicalo wraparound cover, chromium cover, $60.
That's not bad, man.
No, it's not. Well, that's what it actually guides at. So I'm also looking at a Hawkeye Kate Bishop #1 Phil Noto variant cover for $35. This guy is pretty reasonable in his prices. The non-auction stuff where you can buy it now is pretty much like right in line with what the guide's at. So he's not trying to screw anybody over, even though some of the prices may look high. They're well within the what you would expect to pay. So just trying to decide if I want to give him more money or not. Oh, those 3 all ended with nobody bidding on them. I wonder if he'll relist them for less.
Maybe. Should we call it a night?
We can just sit here and talk about auctions all night long.
We could do it. We could totally do it.
Yeah, but I'm not sure anyone will actually want to hear us do it.
I know. This is
it's
true.
like no offense. It's like listening to people discussing the glorious wonderfulness of cattle auctions in Wyoming.
This is true. Well,
I have one more thing to say.
Okay, what's that?
Because I had the day off of work and the wife, and we had nothing happening today other than getting together with you guys, we went and saw a movie. We did not go see Oppenheimer, and we did not go see Barbie. We actually went and saw the new Haunted Mansion.
Oh, how was it?
If you have kids, it was cute. Let's put it that way. It wasn't. It wasn't. I enjoyed it more than the old version, the old one, which had Eddie Murphy in it. Honestly, I don't remember anything about the Eddie Murphy movie. I remember seeing it.
Existed.
Yeah. But this one was cute. This one was cute, and it was fun. And if you have kids, and just it was decent.
All right.
So I enjoyed it. So, I forgot. I gotta put in the fact that I had some credit on my Cinemark account, so we didn't pay for the tickets. The tickets were free. So, just another one of those. I enjoy movies more when I don't have to pay for them.
Yeah, of course.
Because you didn't waste your money. That's why.
That's right. But it was fun. Even the wife enjoyed it. So, just saying, if anybody wants to go see a movie and has kids, Haunted Mansion was fun.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, right on. Everybody, we'll talk in the green room. Everybody else, love you guys. Thank you for everyone for showing up tonight. It's the Nerd Den Friday night. Have a good weekend. Love you guys. We will be back here next week as always. All right, guys. Talk soon. Peace out. Love you.
Peace out.